kid, Janosh, has been tuna fish, which is a very important part of the story. I'm a detective with the Nantucket Police Department. And that came to be, I've got some of you have break-ins and stuff in your life. That came to be about 9 years ago when I needed a career change. And my wife was thinking, it's a midlife crisis, you just got a girlfriend and a sports car, you all set. That didn't happen. So I'm off to the police academy, leaving my wife and my 2 young kids. And I'm a little freaked out about this. I don't know what's going to happen. So I go in on day 1 and I'm looking around and all these guys are 24 years old, flat-bellied stallions, and there's me. I don't know. And then things got worse because this drill instructor comes in. Now I'm 42 years old at the time. I've been a free-range chicken. I've been my own boss forever. And I always had a little bit of a problem with authority. So this guy comes over and he's got his campaign hat down like this. He's banging me in the forehead with it. He goes, I want you to recite the student credo for I see, I don't even know what it is. But anyway, it's the rules for sexual conduct and harassment. So I am freaked out and I said, I don't know, just like I did a minute ago. And he's right on me, he's not letting go, and that hat's hitting me even harder. And he goes, do you know the rules? I said, of course I know the rules. I've spent my whole life in the flagrant violation of those rules. How can I not know those rules? Wrong answer. So 25, 26, 27. So things improve a little bit. We get through that first day and we hit some rough patches, but now they're trying to teach us to march, and I don't know what the hell they're doing. 35, 36, 37, 38. I'm not exactly a crowd favorite with this guy. One day we go running, and everything that you have at the academy has your name on it. So I've got a shirt that says Turnovish, Toonfish, across the front, across the back, and we're supposed to have 2 different types of sweatshirts. And one is a crew neck, and one is a hooded sweatshirt. Well, because I know how I am, I got 2 of everything. So get ready to class that morning, I must have thrown 2 hooded sweatshirts in there. And of course they want crew necks. So now I'm screwed. What's going to happen? So he's right over, he's got the hat out, and he's, why do you not have the right sweatshirt with you? That was not the right answer. No push-ups this time. He decides, what's the worst thing anybody could do to him? He goes, you will write me a 3-page essay on why you had the wrong sweatshirt. For him, that's a death sentence. For me, however, my superpower is typing. I'm good with that. So I know that this is in my wheelhouse. So I go home that night, and I'm a little pissed off. But then all of a sudden I start channeling Dashiell Hammett. I don't know where this comes from, but I write the best thing I've ever written. I write this 3-page paper about Agent Tuna, the undercover spy who has been sent to the police academy, but is really available at all times to protect national security, and ends up on a Russian fishing trawler killing 4 people with his bare hands, out all nights, finds the nuclear detonating device, takes it out to the awaiting destroyer, hands it off to the Navy SEALs, gets flown back to where his car is, drives home, gets 45 minutes of sleep, and throws the wrong 2 sweatshirts in his bag because he's really tired. So, I am going to tell you that those flat-bellied kids did not write stories like this. All right. The next thing you know, I'm in the director's office, in the chair of destiny. There's one chair in the room facing the director's desk. And the drill sergeant, he's got his cover on, he's right there, standing over me. And I'm sitting there, oh man, this is it. My wife had told me one thing when I left. She says, Stephen, do not get your dumb ass thrown out of that academy. And that's the red flag. And I'm going, I'm about to get my dumb ass thrown out of this academy. So I said, screw it. You know, half measures avail us nothing. So I'm going at it. The guy that is the director has these freaky long fingers, so when you're talking to him, particularly right in front of you, it's like being in a bad 3D movie, and these things are coming in and out at me, and I'm dodging them, and trying to not be freaked out. And he goes, Janosh, what exactly is your deal? And then this calm came over me, and I had that moment of conflict. I've always been a wise ass, but I hear my wife. But a red flag also pisses a bull off, so here we go. I said, well, that's a good question to ask, sir, because here exactly is my deal. I'm 42 years old. I got 2 kids. I've been married twice. I'm 9-1 in the boxing ring. I've been in a half-dozen lawsuits, and I've been hit in the head with an anchor. I don't scare easy. And you guys run this place based on fear. So it's, you know, we got an inherent problem. And they're both looking at me. This is not the reaction that they're looking for. So the drill sergeant comes over and he tries to read the paper. He gets stuck on the first paragraph. And so the the director's just going to... So he says, explain that paper to me. I said, well, it was a metaphor. And the drill sergeant looks at me, I go, disregard, no, just never mind. That's not going to work. So he goes, you know what your problem is, Tanavish? He's got those figures down. You always think you're the smartest guy in the room. So I look at the drill sergeant. And I look at this political hack who's going to decide my future. And I say, screw it. They didn't like that. Get back to class! Yes, sir. Up I go. So I'm thinking, all right, well, I'll be packing my shit and I'll be on the night boat. And I have to tell my wife I'll get my dumbass thrown out of the academy. The guy called my chief. And evidently the chief said, what's the problem here with my guy? He said, well, he's a wise ass. He said, yeah, but that wise ass is going to be working for me on January 17th of 2004. So after that, I could pretty much take a poop in the hall. Everything kind of worked itself out. So anyway, that was my red flag, and the long story short is, it's really nice to meet you all like this. It sucks when I go to your house to meet you. If anybody loses your phone, you're way better off with the iPod tracker than with me looking for it. But every now and again, a blind squirrel flies into 8 points. So thank you very much.
If you were on the other side of Steve and you live on the island, don't repay the smart-ass favor. I don't think he's gonna like that. Let's see some. Let's see the scores.
Let's start with cut this time. Really shake it up. What do you got, cut? 8.5. These are tight. Let's go with green light. Green light 8.5, everybody. Hot air 7.5, is that correct? Yes. Oh, it's an 8. It's been changed to an 8. It's an 8.5. He is a police officer.
All right, Donick, what is the...